friends, welcome to another sunny side design video today. We are here in my little girl's room. We are giving her a bedroom makeover. We're here giving you a little sneak peek of this dresser. I picked it up on the Facebook Marketplace and we've already refinished it, but the start of the video will show you what it looked like before and what we did to fix it up. And we are going to teach you the easiest way to strip paint and finish from furniture. Your mind's gonna be blown. My mind was blown. So keep watching. You'll see how we transformed this into this lovely, modern, natural raw wood finish. Here's the cute dresser we found. I loved the curves on it. You can see when we open the drawer, it curves out. So it just has that nice French touch to it. It does have kind of a not very good paint job on it. You can see all those brush lines and things. So we are actually going to try a different method today. We're going to try this citrus strip. It's a stripping gel. So it's safe to use indoors and it's supposed to have a nice citrus scent. We'll see. And then the nice thing about it too is you're supposed to be able to remove a couple layers of paint with one application, and if you're not ready to strip right then, you just cover it with plastic wrap and cover it until you're ready. So you will need a paintbrush, some protective eyewear, and then some chemical resistant gloves. Before we get the citrus strip on there doing its job, we're gonna just quickly remove the hardware and then we'll get going.
We have poured some of the citrus strip gel into a container and then just take an old paintbrush and liberally apply it to the entire paint surface. You want to make sure that every portion of the painted surface is covered with the stripping gel.
Okay, I just wanted you to take a peek at what the stripper's doing already. I did cover them with Saran wrap just because I wanted it to soak and get its job done really well. So you can see it bubbling up already. I would suggest working in a small area and then covering it up because I did all 4 of these drawers at once. And then by the time I went to put Saran wrap on, they had already kind of dried out a little bit. So I had to re-wet them. So maybe work on 1 drawer at a time or just a smaller area and then cover it up. Let it do its thing. And we'll show you what it's gonna look like when we come strip this paint off. Remember, this is our first time using this citrus strip. And I want you to take a look down here. We have covered it with Saran wrap because I wanted it to sit nice and long before we came to it. So I'm gonna pull this off and look at that. Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
It's going to be so easy to strip this dresser.
So I have this little scraper tool. It's kind of like a mini shovel and I'm just going to scoop. Oh my gosh, I've never stripped anything so easy in my life.
Wow,
holy
that's
cow.
Awesome.
Oh, apparently we had some nice round knobs on there one time. Oh my goodness, you guys. I think I should be doing a paid video for citrus strip because I'm loving this.
Wow.
Holy cow.
And there's no smell.
This is the easiest strip job I have ever done. So I'm gonna just scoop this up. I have a little garbage right here. Oh my goodness. I cannot even believe
rubbery.
this.
Is it rubbery?
Well, I mean,
Just stretchy
latex
it's
paint,
latex.
so
Okay.
yeah. I don't know if I mentioned, we let this sit on about 2 hours just because I was doing other projects in the house, but recommended time is at least 30 minutes and then up to 24 hours. So you can see what 2 hours did. I'm still like in shock. This is crazy.
Once all of the paint has been removed with the stripper, we put a medium grit sandpaper on our palm sander, which was an 80 grit sandpaper, and we started to sand the drawers and the dresser cabinet to remove any little bits of paint that were still remaining on there, and then also just to remove the stain that was on the drawers. We just worked at it until they were all stripped down totally, and it was the bare wood. We reapplied the citrus strip along these grooved areas because it was just didn't come off right there. Then we let them sit for at least 30 minutes. And then what I'm going to do is just take a piece of steel wool. This is a medium grit steel wool. And I'm just going to rub it to pull off as much as the finish as I can. And steel wool and brass little brushes are really the key to getting the paint finish out of grooves and carvings and things like that. And you'll see that I'm not going to get it all off the first time. This is probably the most challenging part of stripping a piece of furniture that's been painted. If it's got just a varnish on it or some sort of clear coat, it's really fairly easy to get that finish off, but it seems like paint gets in those grooves and it's a lot harder to get out. Okay, so this is about all I can get off with the steel wool. So my next little trick is I've put some of, this is the Jasco paint stripper. We're all out of the citrus strip right now, so we're going back to our old trusty Jasco, and I'm just dipping in. This is a stainless steel brush, and I'm just going to take that and work it into those grooved areas, and you can see that it is just going to dissolve that finish. And as you do this, you'll always want to work with the grain of the wood. And then I'll take piece of the steel wool, and I'm just going to buff it and get the rest of that finish off. I just have to do that on all of these parts that has the grooves.
We decided to bleach this dresser just to get a more natural, lighter wood finish. So we are using Zinsser wood bleach today. It comes in a 2-part solution. You do not want to mix them because you will have an adverse reaction. I don't know what that is, but don't do it. So first what you're going to do is you're going to use a sponge to apply solution A. You want to keep the area saturated for 5 minutes if it's a softwood and 10 minutes for a hardwood. And then after that amount of time, we will use another sponge. This is a sponge. We will use another sponge for solution B and then wipe that on and let that sit for the desired amount of time as well. And we should get our finish. So this is solution A.
Be sure to wear chemical-resistant gloves and goggles when applying this solution, because if it does come in contact with your skin, it will burn. After solution A has sat on the wood for 10 minutes, we are now going to apply solution B. Again, it is applied with a sponge. We're wearing our chemical gloves and goggles. To apply this solution, you want to cover and saturate the entire piece of wood.
Okay, now we'll let this sit until it dries. It does suggest overnight. And if you want lighter results than you get, you can do this a second time or more. Alright, I want you guys to take a look here. This is the drawer that we have bleached one time. We used the leftover bleach from our kitchen table that we did, so we ran out, but we bought some more. And I want you to see the difference in the color and wood already just with one application. And yes, thank you, airplanes. So look how much different this wood is. It's kind of like orangey, reddish. And this one is just what we were going for, just with after one application of the bleach. So I'm so happy with it. So we're just gonna get the rest of this bleach going and we'll show you the whole dresser. Now we're going to wipe on a vinegar solution. It's 50-50 mixture of vinegar and water. And this is going to neutralize the bleach so it doesn't keep bleaching the wood. And then as soon as this dries, we'll be ready to do the next step. After the water vinegar mixture has dried, we are ready to sand the dresser just to give it a nice smooth finish. We're using a fine grit of 220. After we sanded down all the furniture, we wiped off all of the sawdust with a damp rag. Now we are going to apply a clear wax. Remember, this is the color that we wanted, so a clear finish is just gonna protect the wood from any staining or discoloring. So using a wax brush, we are going to apply this to the drawers in a swirling motion. This will just help get it down into all of the wood grain. And then we'll allow this to cure overnight before buffing it.
You'll notice as this clear wax is going on that it is changing the color of the wood. We had a little bit of a panic as we were doing this, hoping that as it dried, it would go back to its light color. And that is exactly what happened. Once the wax was dried and we buffed it, we had that beautiful natural wood look that was in a matte finish, just what we were looking for without that yellowy gold color that we would have gotten with a varnish or a polyurethane.
Once the wax has dried, we let ours dry overnight, but once it's not tacky anymore, you can go ahead and buff it. You just use a little cotton rag, like cut up an old t-shirt and just rub, and it's just going to polish the wax a little bit and remove any excess. So it's really easy to do by hand. They do have power buffers that you can use as well. So this gives it just a little bit of a sheen, not too much. And that's it.
So what do you think of this dresser? Didn't it turn out beautiful? We are so thrilled with this natural wood finish.
Yeah, it was quite a process, but we are so happy with the way it turned out. It looks very vintage and old, and I love the curves and the character. We kept the original knobs, just cleaned them up. I did have to buy these ones, but yes, it looks amazing. So make sure to keep following because we have more fun projects to show you for the room. Next week we will be showing you how to make a day bed, a French day bed.
And the chandelier.
Yes, and our chandelier.
Yeah.
And then there's still more to come. So thanks for watching. Let us know what you think of the dresser in the comments below. And as always here at Sunnyside Design, we hope to bring your home to the sunny side of the street.